Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I'm going to be doing an art journal page. I haven't done one in a while, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm kind of rusty, but let's get to it. So I have an art journal page, obviously. It's an art journal, and geez, these are so old. I haven't worked in this in so long. You can see like where I've done experiments and everything else. What we're gonna do, this was one of my favorite ones from a magazine, where you took parts out of a magazine. Okay, so what I did is I gessoed this, and I used, now I've made gesso. There's many recipes online for gesso. I have many recipes for gesso. I just use my folk art gesso. I love it. I've been using it forever, and that's what I did. I pulled out some stencils, and this is the one I got from Dollar Tree. And these are just ones that I've had, I have sitting around. I think I'm going to play with the Dollar Tree one today. I got some, this is Sun-Kissed Melon Design Cream from Folk Art. And what it is like a texture paste, except it's a cream. But of course, if you have texture paste, I've made texture paste. I think like a couple months ago, I made a texture paste. You could use cornstarch, you can use baby powder, you can use, what else? Baking soda, little gravel, whatever you want. Just mix that with some of your Mod Podge or white school glue, the glue all, and whatever color you want your texture paste to be. And so that's that. So I'm just going to use this. I think because I'm going to use red and black. This is Martha Stewart. This is red is habanero. And this is a beetle black. I'm going to use those. I will probably mix a little bit of my gesso. Do I have my white sitting here? Or I have titanium white from Folk Art to get different shades, so we don't have to have too much. And some bubble wrap, maybe some punchinella, not sure. Well, let's get to getting. So first, what I want to do is I'm debating on whether to put this down first or color my page first. Let's color the page first. I have my my paintbrush here my nephew used in my other video. I have another video coming up of his. Now I'm going to do this very, not very precisely. And I'm just going to take some of my red. Now listen, you can use whatever color you want. I'm going to use my red and white because I know it's going to make pink. And again, you can, have whatever colors that you want to use. You can use blue, purple. I was going to use purple, but I couldn't find it. I mean, I have purple, but it was like I have to get up and go get it. It's a whole thing. So I'm going to mix these around. But I'm going to add a little bit of water. And if you want really quick texture, see how we did this? It's lighter than any of the colors that we have. Put that in there. I'm going to take paper towel. I'm going to lay it down. Now, if you don't have paper towels or whatever, or don't have extra to use, I always say if you go to the dollar store, you can get a couple for $1. I use those in my office most of the time. But if not, listen, use a piece of paper, because look at the great ink that you'll get, or print, I guess I should say, on your piece of paper. I just don't have extra down here. I really have to. I'm still trying to get my art room how I want it. So can you see? Look at that. Now, if you want it a little bit lighter, or a little bit picked up a little bit more, spray it with a little bit of water, go back in and just press, and look at that. Now you have like different dimensions of color. Let me dry it and show you. Now, yes, you can just use pink. Yes, you can use whatever color you want. My idea was, and I still might do it. Let's see. Let me show you this. Look at that. Do you see the cool textures? Now, a lot of that's going to be covered up. We know that as mixed media artists, nothing stays. Let me see if this is, you know, my nephew comes and he loves to play and draw and everything and do all the things. So everything's always a bit off, which so am I. So what are you going to do? Okay. So I have this. Now I'm going to take this. This is from the dollar store from Crafters Square. They have different kinds. I'm going to go back. I have not been back since last week, but I was asked to do a Crafters Square video of craft stuff. So that's what I will be doing next. But that's what this is from. It's, you know, normal stencil. I don't want it all over, I don't believe, but I want it to kind of be my, that's going to be hard because they're not very even. Oh, that might be the best. Let's see. I'm going to open this. Got a nice seal on it. You know, I have, come on. I know I used one of these. I thought it was this one, but obviously it wasn't. Here we go. There we go. Okay. These you can find at Michael's, online at Plaid Crafts online, you know, the normal. But like I said, you can make your own. I wanted to use this color. I also have a, like a, I don't know, like a stone blue color and white, which I could have used. Maybe should I use the white? Let me see. This is what color? What? Wicked white. Ooh, maybe I should have. She ain't open either. Okay. She gonna be, oh, she was easy. She's the easy one of the family. Okay, maybe I'll use white. Okay, so you can see that's what white looks like a texture paint. It's a cream. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do hearts. Wait, let me see. Kind of digging this. All right, let's see how thick this goes on. Maybe I'll do, see, that's why it takes me forever. I like to make decisions. And, you know, it's only an art journal page. It's not, you know, it's not rocket science, Kelly. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to just take my finger. It's like toothpaste. And I'm going to run it through. Like that. Of course, you can use whatever you want to run it. I don't necessarily need it so opaque everywhere. It could be a little bit here, a little bit there. Edges, picking up color off my stencil. That's why I was like thinking, oh, maybe I should do a little bit white. Okay, all right. I'm gonna lift it up. Cool. Okay. All right. And the nice thing is if I don't like it, I could just scrape off what I don't like. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it over. Because I'm not going for preciseness. I just want to see what we can get. And then I'm just going to take my finger and whatever's left on here, on the opposite side, give it some mushing. Lift it up. Yes. Okay. Happy with that. Now, I can even do this on another piece of paper if I wanted and get a little bit more of that. I will not be doing that right now, but I love just feeling the art, feeling the products. You know, it all depends on what your mood is. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to get it on my fingers. All right. So now I will dry it. I don't want that to get dried out. And this isn't grainy, it's creamy, so it's not, you're not going to have all kinds of texture. You know, when you use some gessos, they have, it's almost like they have sand in it. And you can make it with sand, you know. So you can't really go over it as much as you want to. Now, a lot of times they use this for stencils, like if you're going to do words or something like that, you know what I mean? They use this on top, and I mean, there's a million things you can use it on. So I like it. I like using it. Like I said, it's not so grainy. It's all right. If it's grainy, if that's what you have, use it. Oh, it dries fast. Nice. Now let me show you. If you see, you can still see underneath. So you can still see that red and the different colors of it. And this is about dry, and it just, a little bit of texture, not bad. I could draw over it, I could paint over it, I could lay down collage over it, I could do whatever I want with it. So I'm not gonna worry too much how dry it is, how dry it's not. We are just going to move forward. So I want to mix some red and a little bit of black. I'm just, believe me, that's way too much black. I'm going to do some red over here. I'll just do it over here. I'm going to use my same brush. I'm just going to dry it off a little bit. A little bit of water isn't going to hurt. I'm going to pull just a little bit of the black, move this over. It's going to make a nice darker red. However, I'm going to add a little bit. Oh, it's like cherry red. Nice. Makes me want some cherries. Have you guys had good cherries where you're at? I bought them. They're expensive and they weren't the greatest. So there's nothing worse than buying them and you get home, even though I might taste one there and they are like, okay, but you're under pressure. It's like you're, you know, you're tasting them. Okay, so you see I mixed this, and what I'm going to do is wipe this off because that's a lot of on there. Let me see if I can show you. The color. Oh, that's a pretty one. Look at that. Can you see that with the, let's try it. Yeah, that's a pretty one. Pretty. You know, you're at the store, you go and you taste it, people are around, you're like, you're not supposed to be tasting it. And then you kind of, you know, hurry up and eat it. You're like, oh yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take some, I have some punchinella, I have different sizes. And I think this is going to be too big. Or I have bubble wrap. So let's try a little bit of bubble wrap first. And I'm going to just brush it on. Who doesn't love bubble wrap? Who doesn't have bubble wrap sitting around somewhere? If you're like me, we hoard this stuff. We hoard it. We hoard cardboard boxes, little papers. I have magazines here. It's horrible. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and press it down. And I'm going to go in and press it down. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more here. Not even worried if it's all on there. And I'm going to hit it here. That way it's kind of like that color is kind of distributed that way. And then leave these ones white. That's what I'm going to do with that. And then dry it real quick. I think what I'm going to do is take this Punchinella. I'm going to take black and mix a little bit in here so it's a little bit darker. Just go back and forth a little bit. And just lightly squinch it. Doesn't even have to be everywhere, it's just adding. Now, I'm using my brush. I'm not using a stencil brush. I'm not really taking the extra paint off. You can see I'm not worrying about that too much. I like to cover everything up anyway, which you'll see, but you see, the less you have on, the better. But I sometimes I just like it the way it's going, you know, not mad at anything, not, you know, just, it's good. It's good. If you don't know what Punchinella is, the technical term is, you know, when you get like glitter and stuff, like, for instance, like confetti, you know, I got like the stars, the stuff that's left after they punch it, that's Punchinella. So this is just like little, you know, circles, confetti, and yeah, so that's what it is, and it's great. You can get it a lot of places. I have tons. I always would do giveaways with it, but it got, people didn't think it was enough, or, you know, I didn't know if people got it. So maybe I'll do more. Let me know if you guys want giveaways or some Punchinella. So I like that. I like the way that, we'll use that too. I like the way that it goes around, just to give, you know. Now down here you could see I did a little bit of a mush. Do I care? No. If you do, a little damp, and just lift some of that off if it bothers you. I mean, look how cool. That's just from that, right? Oh, I wish I had another piece of paper here to show you guys. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to wash my brush off. So here comes the fun part. You dry this real quick. That's like a burgundy color. So pretty. See, can you see that now? And then this is the darker. I just washed my brush off, but this would be the darker of them. Look at that. Look how pretty. So pretty. Okay. Here comes the fun part for me. I'm going to take white paint. Oh, girl. Yes, I am. And that's why I'm not mad at the fact that this has a little bit of color to it or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to do a lot. Oh, God, the noises today. It sounds like me yesterday. I had a milkshake from a new place, and I got so sick. Probably because I usually drink lactose-free milk, and it probably was not, but, you know. It was good going down, but not coming back out. Anyway, too much information, not important. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. We're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it now. And I'm just going, doesn't matter what direction. What this is doing is it's pushing it back. It's pushing it back. Okay. And why do we do this? Why am I doing this? I've done this a million times. Sometimes I do black. Sometimes I do white. It depends on my mood. This time I want to do white because I want it to still have some stuff coming out. Now you see this pushed back. Now you see when everything was out before, for instance, I don't know if you could see right here. I didn't cover that part yet. You can see that that part's like, when you look, that's what you see first. Now, I'll cover it because, yeah. Now, when you push this back, you can still see all the things. If you are one of those people who are like, oh no, it's too much, take a wet paper towel or a dry paper towel, whatever you got. You can give it a quick wet. You could go with your paper towel and lift up. You can wipe before your paint's dry. Like, for instance, if I'm like, oh, I really want this showing more, I can just go and give it a wipe and it'll bring it forward a little bit more. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. And it'll just show a little bit more. I like to do that because now I almost have a clean slate to work on. So if I want to draw, or I want to collage, or I want to do, look, if you have this left here, just give it a couple squirts of water because you can use that somewhere else. You can do a background real quick, as that's a base. Don't waste that. That would break my heart. So I'm going to dry this real quick. I know a lot of people get over there like, no, but I love it. I'm going to show you. I wish I had all the time in the world because I would do, but look at that. Look how awesome just this looks. This could be a fantastic ATC card. It's like, you know, smog on the brain smog, brain fog. I mean, it could be a million things. I love the way this looks. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a picture. Okay, so I love the way this looks. Do I want to keep it like this, or do I want to work on top? That is a problem I have every single time, because I get to this point and I'm like, I love it just like this. This to me is abstract, right? Part of the reason I can't do abstract is because of this next thought that pops in. That's just a background. What am I going to put on top? Okay, so I have, and this is another tip I'm going to give you. Pull out of magazines things that you like. Okay? Now, what I did was I put matte Mod Podge on top. It's not sticky or anything. A lot of people are like, oh no, matte Mod Podge is sticky. Let me tell you, if you live in a place that is humid, or you have a humid day or whatever, when you use Mod Podge on your art journal page or whatever, it's going to be sticky. This is dry as a bone. And you can see I did Mod Podge. You could see the brush strokes. I love Mod Podge. And it's not just because I'm an ambassador for the company. I've been using Mod Podge since I was young. And my ass is old now. So it's good. But what I'm going to do, because this is one of the reasons I used the darker colors underneath, is I love this crow. And I can't quite decide where I want to put him on here, but I want to put him. So, do I want him here? Do I want him here? Not in the middle, because I hate that. Which side do I like? I kind of like it on this side because I really like this on this side. So I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take my Mod Podge mat. I'm going to lay him on a clean. This is just from a magazine I have. I love cutting out of magazines. I don't show a lot on my channel of like things that I do or collages or stuff. I didn't know if that would be an interest. I try to sometimes, but I just don't know if you'll dig it. Okay. So I'm going to put him here because I like it on the corner. And then I will go and just push it real good on my page. Now, if you are, if you are somebody, you know, if you're like, oh, I don't like that texture on top or whatever, just take your paper towel and wipe your main thing. You really just want those edges so, you know, it stays down. That's all. That's all I do. Sometimes you might want to, and that's because of the light glaring off of it because it's wet. Let's see if these come in handy. Like that. Yeah, it's much better. Now I can see it's a little wet there. I just take this around to get any off, push it down. I might take some of this lighter and like take it around. It doesn't even have to be the whole thing. And then kind of like see, you know, just kind of so it blends in a little bit. And if it's too much or whatever, I can go in with some water on my finger. And not the fun thing, but what I love is because I put Mod Podge on there already, you see it comes right off. So I can test it and say, oh, do I like this? Do I not like it? And I do like it around the edges, but not necessarily on here, you know, on the painting. So I'll just kind of go and smooch it around. Just kind of gives it its own little piece of something. You know what I mean? That's what I love. Okay. Next, I thought I wanted to use, I don't know what I did with it. Let me close this Mod Podge here so I don't forget, because I can't tell you how many times I come down and I'm like, oh no, I forgot. I want to put some sort of quote or something. Do I want to put, let your spirit fly? Be a free spirit? Oh, that's what I'll do. Let me see if I could do it with this. All right. I'm going to use I love this little, little stencil from Plaid, but I love it because it, I have a couple different ones, just because it's small and you can do your thing. Now, here's where I could use the white. Let me grab, maybe I can use my small little, oh, let's see. What I do with that? I can't find it. I have, no idea what I did with it. It must still be upstairs. Which, okay. I thought it was over here, but I don't know what I did with it. You know, our little spatula thing. But like I said, I'm half upstairs, half downstairs. Oh, here's one. Okay, here's one. All right, let's go. Thanks for waiting. I'm just going to take a little bit because what was I going to put? I forget what I was going to write and I put B down. All right. That's what I was going to do. B. Yeah, look at that. And then I like to just wipe this off because the reason this one's clean, and I'll clean it better once I'm done, is because I like to use it for stencils and, you know, if I'm doing what I'm doing, it can be a little, let's do like this, get mushed, you know, and I don't like it to mush. A. Yes, yes, yes. Dropping paper towels everywhere. Do I care? No. It's coming out good. Okay. But you see what I'm saying? It takes an extra minute and it's a pain in the ass, but, and I don't normally somebody who does that, but in this case, I'm gonna do it if they're by each other. Now, should I do free? Let's do it like this. Just a little bit. And then I like to scrape it. Oh, she's coming out good. And then lift it up. You know what? I don't know if you saw the video I did where I cut these into different words and did the different letters, because it just made it easier to lay down, because you can see I just touched the F, especially when you have RA or fibro or something where your hands are a mess. But still there, still there, still there. Let's see if I can get away with 2 E's before I wipe again. There you go, be a free. Now I will wipe. That's what I do though. Then I am like, oh, I can get away with it maybe. And then I smudge. But that's just me. You can be as careful as you want. But when you're doing video too, it's hard because, you know, people are like, all right, I don't want to see you do it all. But that's what I'm going to do. Okay. See, I got a little bit there. It's okay. And you can go back with a white marker. Okay. S. And to me, birds represent free spirits. I am a bird lover. We love watching the birds. We love, we have our hummingbirds, our regular birds. And we just love it. It's just one of our favorite things to do together. Does that mean we're old? Probably. Yeah. My dog's crying to get in here now. I swear I just want a few minutes to myself. Now that one smudged a little bit. I can fix that when I'm done because I moved it. My hands shake, it's hard, but it's all right. What are you gonna do, right? It's just art. And I really love making this and I'm really happy with it, so maybe that's just the spirit getting in the word. Spirit. Ooh, it's like kind of like, ooh, ghostly. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Spear, eye, another eye. Let's go. There we go, and then the T. Yay, I did it. I did it. Is it perfect? No. Should I move spirit down a little bit? Probably. But guess what? All right, I'll clean that off in a minute. I love being down here because in my laundry room behind me, I have a slop sink. So I can go and wash everything, you know, like that I want to wash. But, okay, so I'm not going to take off that we'll take that off. But I'm not going to take that eye off. I'm just going to leave it go because that was just, it's free. Now, the more I use my heat gun, I do squirt this another just to keep it wet. This dries really fast. Now, you can go back in and you can, like, trace the words with a marker, you know, and be really fancy. I'm not going to do that right now. I might do it once I'm off, but, okay. So I love that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white, just a little ploop will do ya. All right, any day. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, just a little bit. Take my brush, really water this down. And get it in there. I just want a little bit of something. And this drip, I'm going to keep it. Watch what I do. Look, I'm a free spirit. I'll just let it go. I'll go with it. Now, I might have watered it down a tad bit, but all right, get off his face. Get off his face. Yeah, it's a little too watery. Let's put a little bit more white in. Shit happens. What are you gonna do? Okay. Come on. I'm almost out of white here. Oh. There we go. That'll work. Because, you know, I just put too much water. I got too carried away. What are you going to do? It happens to the best of us and to the worst of us. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to call it a day because I'll just keep playing and looks, you know. I love it. It came out really good. When it came out. Look at it. Oh, I love it. And you can sit and doodle. You can doodle around here. You can do all the things. But I love it. I love it. It came out so good. Okay. Very quickly. I'm going to turn it this way so this doesn't have to set. I'm going to take the lightest here. And we're just going to kind of add it on in all the ways. Just so we get like, and you can wet your brush just so it, you know, it kind of watercolors it down a little bit. Pull it all up. Just so it doesn't go to waste. And now I have a dark background because, you know, Halloween's coming. I mean, not for a minute, but still, it's coming. But what I'm going to do is what I love to do, like this. I'm going to take my paper towel. And just dab it. It'll dry fast. You got some texture going. And I have a background for my next one. Pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys play around, do some art journal pages. So much fun. Go find a really cool picture in a magazine that you love. It could be of a person. It could be of a piece of bacon. It doesn't matter. It's your art journal. And, you know, have fun and play. And I really like this. I really love the way it came out. And I hope you guys did too. Let me know down below. Please leave me comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I should do next. Should I do another art journal page? I think I might because I have an idea in my head. But yeah, I love doing these things. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. And I will see you in my next video. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. If you want to support my channel, down below is my PayPal if you just want to make one donation, or my membership if you would like to maybe support me there. I'd appreciate it all. You could use my Amazon link as well, and I get a couple pennies of what you buy. So
Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.